she ran for mayor. We heard from her father, who said that no one really expected she could unseat an incumbent. Let's listen in.
Governor and the next Vice President of the United States of America, Sarah Palin.
Try to wait for the... Oh, here she goes.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is just overwhelming. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I am so glad to get to be here. Thank you for being here, Fairbanks. Thank you for letting us be here. This is beautiful. Thank you. Wow, it's been an amazing couple of weeks. And I just want to thank you, Alaska, for your support and for your encouragement. And what we've been doing is taking our campaign on the road, of course, across the nation, and we've been carrying our message of reform to the American people, and we've been talking all about Alaska, and people are impressed. What a trip it's been, and I cannot wait until you meet John McCain. He's a friend of Alaska, and he's going to be the next president of the United States of America. We started in Arizona, then went to Ohio and Pennsylvania and Missouri and New Mexico and Colorado and Virginia, and everywhere we're going, the response really has been overwhelming. But I kept telling people, if you think it's exciting along those stops, just wait till we get to Alaska. I knew that the coldest state would give us the warmest welcome, so I thank you so much. Happy to get to be here, of course, with my family. Some of the kids are here with us. Tomorrow we get to participate in our son track his deployment with the Stryker Brigade. Give a warm welcome also to Alaska's first dude, Todd Palin. Well, as you guys are going to notice, especially if you watch that airplane and you watch people get off that airplane, you're going to notice that Todd and the kids, they picked up a few friends along the way, a whole airplane full of friends. And if you see them looking lost, I told, because, you know, they are overwhelmed as they flew over this territory. And I said, don't worry, these good Alaskans, they'll point you in the right direction. Just look for the North Star. You'll find your way. So since Senator McCain first introduced me as his running mate, Americans have gotten to know a lot more about Alaska. And they know that up here, it's a snow machine, not a snowmobile. Like that old bumper sticker says, Alaska, where men are men and women win the Iditarod. And you know what they're really excited about knowing more about, and that's Alaska's oil and gas. And everywhere we go, they're chanting, drill, baby, drill. And I saw the signs over there. Americans know that you've done some great work up here, Alaskans, as we've kind of taken the government here in the state, put it back on the side of the people in these last couple of years. You've really helped shake things up, just like we're going to go to Washington, D.C. to do also, is to shake things up in the Capitol. What John McCain has noticed is that Alaska has returned to the fundamental truth that government is not always the answer. In fact, government too often is the problem. So we've got back to the basics, and we put government back on the side of the people. Again, what we're going to do in D.C. Senator McCain knows that we've done some shaking up here in Alaska. And he likes to say that he and I, that we're a team of mavericks. And it's a team that I'm proud to be a part of. And I thank you for your support in this, Alaska. Thank you. So over the next 2 months, we're going to take our case for reform to voters of every background, in every party or no party at all. It's going to be a hard-fought contest also. But John McCain and I, we are ready, and with your help, we are going to win. I can't wait till you meet John McCain. He is a guy who's been through a few tough fights before, battles, war. He's been through this. He's served America in good times and bad, and he knows what it takes to overcome great challenges. And for the job of leading our country, he's the only man in this race who's got what it takes. He is amazing, friends. Remember, it was just about a year ago when the war in Iraq looked very bad, and the consequences of failure would have been very terrible. Defeat at the hands of al-Qaeda in Iraq would have left millions to a violent fate and would have left our country in a much less secure position. And some in Washington at that time had said that all was lost in the war and that there was no hope for victory. And they said that there was no hope for a candidate, the candidate who said he was going to put his political aspirations aside. He was going to do the right thing for America. He said he would rather lose an election than see his country lose a war. John McCain refused to break faith with today's troops, who have now brought victory in Iraq within sight. And as the mother of one of those troops, that's exactly the kind of man I want as Commander-in-Chief. The pollsters and the pundits back there in D.C., they wrote him off. They had forgotten one thing. They had forgotten the caliber of the man himself, the determination and the resolve and the sheer guts of Senator John McCain. Encouragingly, though, the people knew better. You guys all knew better, because we understand that there's a time for politics and a time for leadership, a time to campaign, and a time to put your country first. And that's what John McCain has done. He wore the uniform of his country for 22 years. And talk about tough. 5.5 years as a POW. We take pride in our military and our veterans up here in Alaska, especially here in Fairbanks, and we thank you,